There is a specific word that shows up in motorcycle forums, in dealer listings, and in the language of mechanics who have spent decades opening engines. And it almost never applies to anything on a showroom floor today. Bulletproof. Not reliable, not dependable, not low maintenance. Bulletproof. The kind of machine a mechanic who has worked on every brand since 1972 looks at and says, in my opinion, for all intents and purposes, compared to all of the bikes, this one is bulletproof. That is a direct quote from a real mechanic with 50 years of experience. About one of the 3 motorcycles on this list. If you're new here, this is exactly what this channel does every single week. We find the machines the market forgot and the prices that make them impossible to ignore. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss the next one. Today on Bike Nexus, 3 touring motorcycles that the ownership community itself has called bulletproof. All 3 available right now for under $5,000. Real forum data, real owner mileage, real prices verified this week on Cycle Trader and Moto Hunt. Stay until the last one, because that motorcycle has a documented mileage record that belongs in a category the word reliable doesn't cover. Let's get into it. Motorcycle 3. We are starting with the most overlooked full-dress touring cruiser in the American used market. Not because something went wrong with it. Not because the engineering disappointed. Because the name Suzuki Boulevard does not carry the cultural recognition of a Goldwing or a Harley. And that single fact, pure name perception, is the reason this motorcycle costs $4,000 today. The Suzuki Boulevard C90T, 2005 to 2013. A fully loaded C90T left the dealership between $10,999 and $12,499 brand new. Today, you find clean examples across America between $3,450 and $4,588. Verify Moto Hunt and Cycle Trader. Someone absorbed over $7,000 in depreciation, so you don't have to. And what they left behind is a 90 cubic inch, 1462cc V-twin touring cruiser. The same fundamental engine architecture that Suzuki built into the Intruder platform for over 15 years, wrapped in a factory touring specification that includes a frame-mounted windscreen, factory-hard saddlebags, a passenger backrest, and chrome that an owner reviewing it on Cycle Trader described simply as a machine that combined classic style with modern performance. This is not a budget touring bike dressed up with accessories. This is Suzuki's full touring specification, delivered from the factory at a price point designed to compete with the Harley Electra Glide and the Honda Goldwing, and built with the kind of engineering conservatism that makes Suzuki's product planners lose sleep when a marketing department suggests adding complexity. Let me explain what that engineering conservatism actually means in practice. The 1462cc V-twin in the Boulevard C90T is air and oil cooled. No radiator to damage, no coolant system to flush on a schedule, no water pump to fail at 60,000 miles and leave you stranded. Suzuki chose this cooling approach specifically because it eliminates the single most common non-owner-caused failure mode in liquid-cooled touring engines. The 6-valve cylinder heads deliver enough power for genuine highway cruising while operating at internal stress levels that keep wear accumulation dramatically lower than sport-derived engines that push their thermal and mechanical limits at normal road speeds. The reason this motorcycle costs $4,000 today is entirely name perception. Buyers searching for touring motorcycles search for Goldwing, Electra Glide, and Road King. The Boulevard C90T does not show up in those searches, despite delivering the same factory touring specification. That absence from buyer search terms is the entire price discount. The engineering underneath is identical in philosophy to machines that cost twice as much in the used market. The maintenance reality check. The air and oil cooled V-twin in the C90T has one documented maintenance item worth understanding before you buy. The valve clearances on 6-valve cylinder heads should be checked at the manufacturer's recommended interval. On well-maintained examples, this is a non-event. A straightforward shop procedure that any Suzuki familiar mechanic can complete in an afternoon. On neglected examples that missed this service, you may encounter tighter than specified clearances that produce a slight ticking at idle. Use it as a diagnostic tool. A cold start that settles to a quiet idle within 30 seconds tells you the valves are healthy. Sustained ticking that doesn't reduce with warm-up means the clearances need attention. A reasonable negotiation point on the price. Check the final drive chain condition. This is a chain-driven platform, not shaft drive, which means chain tension and lubrication are the primary routine maintenance items. A stretched chain with worn sprockets is a $200 parts job and worth $300 off your offer if present. Verify the hard saddlebag latch mechanisms. Factory touring equipment sees constant daily use, and the latches on higher mileage C90T examples can develop wear. Verify that every latch opens, closes, and locks cleanly before you finalize anything. Who this motorcycle is perfect for? For the buyer who wants a complete factory touring specification. Windscreen, hard bags, passenger backrest delivered by a Suzuki V-twin, engineered for longevity over performance. For under $4,500. For the rider who understands that the Boulevard name not generating search traffic is not a mechanical warning. It is a pricing opportunity that the market created by confusing brand recognition with engineering quality. Someone absorbed over $7,000 in depreciation on this C90T, so you don't have to. The engineering stayed. The price didn't. But what I'm about to show you next was described by a Cycle Trader dealer listing in 3 specific words that I am not going to paraphrase, because the exact words matter. Classic V-twin style. Bulletproof Yamaha reliability. That is a dealer's honest assessment of a bike they've sold and serviced. Pay attention. Motorcycle 2. Bulletproof Yamaha reliability. 3 words from a real dealer listing on Cycle Trader that summarize the ownership community's assessment of this motorcycle better than any road test ever written about it. The Yamaha Vstar 1300 Tourer, 2007 to 2013. A fully loaded Vstar 1300 Tourer left the dealership between $10,990 and $12,490 brand new. Today you find clean examples across America between $2,500 and $4,500. Verify Cycle Trader and MotoHunt. Someone absorbed over $7,000 in depreciation, so you don't have to. And what they left behind is an 80 cubic inch, 1304cc liquid-cooled V-twin. Yamaha's own engine architecture, built specifically to bring modern fuel injection and modern reliability to the classic American cruiser format. In a factory touring package that includes a windscreen, locking hard saddlebags, and a passenger backrest as standard equipment from the factory. The 1304cc V-twin in this motorcycle is liquid-cooled, fuel-injected, and built around 4-valve cylinder heads with ceramic composite-lined cylinders and forged aluminum pistons. These are not manufacturing choices made to a price point. These are engineering decisions made to a durability standard. Ceramic composite cylinder linings reduce friction and heat at the contact surfaces that accumulate the most wear across a motorcycle's working life. Forged aluminum pistons expand more predictably under thermal cycling than cast alternatives. Yamaha made these component choices because they were building a touring motorcycle, and touring motorcycles accumulate real miles under real loads. The shaft final drive eliminates chain maintenance entirely. No chain to adjust, no chain to lubricate, no chain wear accelerating because maintenance was skipped for a season. The shaft drive on the Vstar 1300 requires a simple gear oil change at scheduled intervals, and otherwise asks nothing of the owner between service visits. The reason this motorcycle costs $3,500 today is the same name perception issue affecting the Boulevard C90T, compounded by Yamaha's decision to discontinue the Vstar 1300 platform. When a nameplate disappears, the used market loses the anchor of new pricing comparisons. Buyers searching for touring cruisers search for current models. A discontinued Yamaha with no active dealer inventory doesn't appear in those searches. The engineering didn't change. The search traffic did. The maintenance reality check. The liquid-cooled V-twin requires a coolant flush at scheduled intervals. On examples of this age, this is the first documentation to request. Brown or contaminated fluid in the coolant reservoir tells you the interval has been missed. An $80 service and $200 off your offer. Not a reason to walk away from an otherwise documented example. The shaft drive bevel gear oil requires a change at Yamaha's specified intervals. Ask specifically when this was last serviced. If the seller cannot tell you, budget for the service and reduce your offer accordingly. This is a $30 fluid change, not a complex repair. Verify the fuel injection cold start behavior. A Vstar 1300 Tourer with clean injectors starts cleanly and idles smoothly within the first 30 seconds on a cold engine. Any hunting or surging beyond that window means the injectors need cleaning. A $100 shop job and $150 off your offer. Who this motorcycle is perfect for? For the buyer who wants Yamaha's factory touring specification. Shaft drive, hard bags, windscreen, liquid-cooled V-twin. At a price the market assigned after Yamaha discontinued the nameplate and buyers stopped searching for it. For the rider who understands that Bulletproof Yamaha reliability is not marketing copy when it comes from a dealer who services what they sell. Someone absorbed over $7,000 in depreciation on this Vstar, so you don't have to. The shaft drive, the ceramic cylinders, and the forged pistons stayed. The price didn't. But what I'm about to show you next is different from everything else on this list. not because it has more features or a stronger warranty. Because a mechanic who has worked on motorcycles of every brand since 1972 looked at this specific machine and said, for all intents and purposes, compared to all of the bikes, it is bulletproof. And then documented his own example running past 119,000 miles with nothing but regular maintenance. And that is not the highest mileage on record, not even close. Motorcycle 1. There is a statement from a mechanic on the Goldwing owners' forum that I am not going to paraphrase because the credentials and the context both matter. The mechanic writes that he has worked on motorcycles of all brands since 1972, that he started at a Harley dealership, that lately his work has been split between Harley-Davidson and the GL 1800. And then he says this, in my opinion, for all intents and purposes, compared to all of the bikes, the Goldwing is bulletproof. He then adds that he had documented a 2006 GL 1800 at 211,000 miles, with nothing but regular maintenance, and describes the Goldwing as the best bike in the world from a mechanic's view. That is not a marketing claim. That is the professional assessment of someone whose business depends on being correct about what breaks. The Honda Goldwing GL 1800, 2001 to 2005. A fully loaded GL 1800 left the dealership between $18,500 and $20,000 brand new when this generation launched. Cycle Trader lists this generation with examples available under $5,000 right now. Verify. Someone absorbed over $15,000 in depreciation, so you don't have to. And what they left behind is a motorcycle that the Society of Automotive Engineers of Japan placed among their 240 landmarks of automotive technology. Not motorcycle technology, automotive technology. Alongside engineering achievements that redefined what vehicles could be. Let me explain what makes the GL 1800 the engineering benchmark that a 50-year veteran mechanic calls bulletproof in a forum, with no financial incentive to say so. The 1832cc engine in this motorcycle is a horizontally opposed six-cylinder, a flat six. 3 cylinders on each side of the crankcase mounted horizontally, the same configuration used in certain aircraft and high-performance automobiles, chosen specifically because it drops the center of gravity lower than any other multi-cylinder configuration possible on a motorcycle. Honda then mounted this flat six as a structural member of the chassis itself, integrating engine and frame into a single engineered unit. The result is a powertrain and chassis that share stress loads across a larger structural surface, rather than concentrating them at discrete mounting points. This is why the engineering is still intact at 300,000 miles on documented examples. There are owners in the Honda Goldwing forum community with GL 1800 examples past 400,000 miles. The drive shaft failed at 295,000 miles, the alternator at 350,000. One owner read those numbers and said, I figured I'd quit worrying about it. The flat six produces 100 horsepower and drives through shaft final drive. It operates at highway speed at approximately 3,500 RPM, roughly 55% of its maximum capability. An engine operating at 55% of its capability during normal use does not accumulate wear the same way as one pushed to 80 or 90%. This is the physics behind the mileage record. It is not exceptional ownership. It is the expected outcome of engineering applied at this standard. The complete specification of the 2001 through 2005 GL 1800 includes electric reverse integrated into the drivetrain, satellite-linked navigation on equipped examples, CB radio and integrated intercom, heated grips and seat, an audio system tuned specifically for the GL 1800's aerodynamic profile, and the shaft final drive that eliminates chain maintenance for the life of the motorcycle. The reason this motorcycle costs $4,000 today is age perception. Buyers see a model year from the early 2000s and make an emotional decision before asking an engineering question. The Flat Six does not have an opinion about the calendar. It was built to a standard that makes the year on the title irrelevant to the mileage it will cover before any major intervention is required. Avoid the 2001 through 2005 examples specifically for one documented issue. Honda issued a frame recall on some early GL 1800 examples related to the rear shock mount area. Verify that any example you are considering has had this recall addressed. On examples with documented recall completion, this concern is fully resolved. On examples without documentation, walk away. The maintenance reality check. The coolant system requires a flush at Honda's specified 30,000-mile interval. On examples of this age, this is the first service record to verify. Brown or contaminated coolant means the interval has been missed, an $80 service and $200 off your offer. The bevel gear oil in the shaft drive system requires a change every 12,000 miles. This is the simplest service on the drivetrain and the one most commonly skipped by casual owners. Ask specifically. If the seller does not know when it was last done, budget for it and reduce your offer. The alternator on pre-2018 GL 1800 examples may require replacement at approximately 130 to 150,000 miles. This is a documented, well-understood service with a mature aftermarket parts market. If the seller has already addressed it, that is a strong buying signal. If the mileage is approaching that range and it hasn't been done, factor it into your offer. What to inspect before buying. First, verify the frame recall was completed. Non-negotiable on any 2001 through 2005 example. Second, coolant condition. Third, bevel gear oil service history. Fourth, a cold start that produces a smooth, quiet idle within 30 seconds tells you the flat six is healthy. Fifth, an independent pre-purchase inspection from a Honda familiar mechanic costs $150 and eliminates essentially all remaining uncertainty. Who this motorcycle is perfect for. For the buyer who understands that a 50-year veteran mechanic calling something bulletproof is not marketing language. For the rider who wants a Society of Automotive Engineers landmark engineering designation, a flat six at 55% operating capacity, and shaft drive that never needs a chain, for under $5,000. For the owner informed enough to recognize that 400,000 documented miles on an original engine is not a warranty claim. It is a physics demonstration. Someone absorbed over $15,000 in depreciation on this GL 1800, so you don't have to. The flat six, the shaft drive, and the engineering landmark designation stayed. The price did not. 3 motorcycles, 3 different manufacturers, 3 different engineering approaches to the same goal. All 3 described by the people who actually service them using the same word. The Suzuki Boulevard C90T. For the buyer who wants a complete factory touring specification in a V-twin platform built for longevity over performance, for under $4,500. Available because the Boulevard name does not generate the search traffic that drives demand for the Goldwing and the Harley. The engineering underneath is not interested in that conversation. The Yamaha Vstar 1300 Tourer. For the buyer who wants shaft drive, factory hard bags, liquid-cooled V-twin, and bulletproof Yamaha reliability in the words of a dealer who services what they sell, for under $4,500. Available because Yamaha discontinued the nameplate, and the used market stopped searching for it before asking what it was leaving behind. And the Honda Goldwing GL 1800. For the buyer who wants the machine that a 50-year veteran mechanic calls bulletproof, that the Society of Automotive Engineers of Japan placed among the landmarks of automotive technology, that has documented examples past 400,000 miles, and that a 55% operating capacity flat six makes the mileage record the expected outcome rather than the exceptional one, for under $5,000. Available because buyers see the model year and walk away before asking the engineering question. Every one of these motorcycles requires the same thing from you: complete service documentation, an independent inspection, and the discipline to walk away from any example that cannot provide both without hesitation. These are not motorcycles you buy on hope. These are motorcycles you buy on evidence. Find the evidence. Close the deal. If this video changed how you see the used touring market, hit that like button. It costs you nothing, and it tells YouTube to show this to every rider who is tired of overpaying for the wrong badge on the wrong machine. Subscribe to Bike Nexus. Every week we find the engineering stories the market forgot and the prices that make them impossible to ignore. Unloved, underpriced, waiting for you. Buy smart, not by trend. See you next time.